Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to just take some time and play a little bit with two decks that I have because I think they pair very well together. Now, this Arthurian Tarot by Caitlin and John Matthews, it is available by separate sellers. Amazon is not distributing this right now, but you can seek it out on eBay or separate sellers. Now, this Wildwood Tarot, oh, and I should mention I've seen this anywhere from $22 and up, and the Wildwood Tarot is available. I was just, looking at the deck. I'm not thrilled, as I say, with the back. I've done this video a couple times now, but I understand that it is the Grail and the energies of the four suits, I believe, that they're trying to bring forth there. And it is more of a quest, a Hollow's quest. And each of those elements bring energy to the deck. And the creator explains it very well. There are a great book with each one of them, the Arthurian Tarot here. And this one is illustrated by Miranda Gray. And the Wildwood as well has a great book with it, but it's illustrated by Will Worthington. Now, the idea for this video was just to look at comparing the decks. I found that this deck here, with the way the borders are, you're sort of looking at a situation, and it seems a little bit more refined, I might use, compared to the Wildwood. I find the characters in here, yes, are suited to each of the cards, and the images are fine. But even just looking at this one, the Seeker here, instead of looking at this person who's about to go on a journey, this one says, I'm already taking the journey. This deck here, the Wildwood, really brings you into the energies. It's just a totally different feel. But if I was to use these two decks together, for instance, for journaling on a question, this might be looking at it from the outside, and this takes me directly inside. It really gets you into the elements up close, and it's just a joy to put together. So we've done the first two cards, basically, the Seeker. Let's see what happens with the other ones. So I'll zoom in, and here we have Merlin. Now we're looking at Merlin and all his tools there, and it looks quite neat, tidy, all that. But when you really step into the Wildwood, you are part of this ritual that's going on, and all the energies are working, and this fella has really brought in all the elements. It has that Wildwood. I think that is a fantastic name for the deck. And this card set here has been cut down by someone else, and they did a great job and even took away the white border where the wording is and made it more earthy with a marker down there. So really, really nice. And this back of this deck is not phenomenal either. But we're not comparing that right now so much as working with the cards and what will allow us to see the situation but go deeper. So there's the Lady of the Lake, usually the High Priestess, and there's the Seer. It's just striking the difference. Here we have someone we're looking at, and maybe she's inviting us into the scene and to really delve deeply into our knowledge, our inner knowledge, whereas this one, it just says she embodies all of that knowledge. She is that. She is drawing the energy from every source, and her eyes are closed, and she is deep within whatever it is she's decided to work on. And there's Guinevere, usually the Empress. And there is the green woman. So she has her cauldron on the right. She has the elements dancing on her hands. The earth energy is enveloping her whole body and shrouding her in it. And the cauldron is ready to be worked. And there's the emperor. And here we have the green man. This fellow doesn't need a throne. The nature provides it, and all that he needs is at his fingertips. There is our Pope card, our advisor, our go-to, our faith, our religion, and here is the one from the Wildwood, where we call upon our ancestors for the answers, for the help, for the need. And there is typically the Lover's card, and here it is with the pagan or Wiccan ritual, with a hand fasting and dedication to each other. I don't pretend to know everything about Wicca and pagan rituals, but I found that quite nice. And there is the chariot, and here we have the archer. He's really part of the energy of that bow, and he has his target in sight. There's 8, Gawain, and there is 8, the stag. So I guess I'm just saying we could use this quite nicely together, in my opinion, to go deeper, to really tap into the energies. So there's the round table versus the wheel, and turning with the wheel each and every season. And it's nice that this has the moon and the sun there, bringing the energy, the earth energies into balance and being part of it. The appreciation. And there is 11. And here is 11, the woodward. So we have very feminine and then a very masculine. That would bring some balance to our journaling, our questioning, if we can look at something from those two sides. This is 12. So we have the wounded king and the mirror. Each situation requires us to pause, think how we want to move forward. One is more physical, one is more intuitive. "13 is normally the death card. So here we have the woman washing away the blood, it seems, on a cloth. And the other one is also transformative, but nature's taking a part in that one. And here we have the cauldron, which is usually balance. And these would be representing, I think, the 3 Norns. And here we have almost the Kautoka symbol out in nature. And the Green Knight, normally the Devil card, and the Guardian. Both of them standing in doorways, which is really kind of neat. The Spiral Tower and the Blasted Oak. Both transformative situations. The Star and the Pole Star. So I hope you can see what I see in that we can go below the surface. We can ask the question with this deck, look at it from a distance, and then really delve in deeply. Look at that moon card. The sun card. And the radiance within and out, projecting. It's just phenomenal to see these, and the colors are different. So a spread with these might be quite fascinating. The Sleeping Lord and the Great Bear. And 21, the Flowering of Logresse and the World Tree. One has sort of a peaceful feel to it too, the wildwood. But this one does bring in community. So I'm not going to go through all the cards like that, but I will continue on with the Arthurian tarot cards. And if you wish to see the rest of the wildwood, let me know. Just give me some comments there. Tip this down a little bit more. So here we are into the swords, and in this deck it's swords, spears, grail, and stones for the 4 elements, for the inner quest, for the 4 hollows. And they do look at it as the doorways to the quest. So that is the ace. I do like this 3 because this pathway is being destroyed, the energy, and it falls, and you can see the sword falling. So we don't have the 3 swords, but we still have something falling apart, something crumbling. Our 4. So we see the aftermath of the battle there. There is our 6, but we don't see the wayfarer or the 2 people. The 7. Some of the scenes are quite beautiful the way they've illustrated them here. But I do like the wildwood because it gets me into the scene. There's our maiden. Our knight. Not the strongest looking knights in this deck. Our queen. And our king. And it would be nice to do some photocopies of this and maybe month by month really look at situations in your journals. Our spears we're going into now. This would be the wand energy. Celebration. Welcome. Our 5. The lighting in some of these cards is really nice. There's our 8 with the 1 traveling on the water there. And back to our maiden, our knight, our queen. Looks like she's in the midst of a ritual, and the king. And now we're on to the grail. Our ace. The celebration of the 3 in the grove, quite nice. This one's neat with the cup tipped because this almost echoes water flowing from a cup, and it's like the emotions and the trail that we have to follow. Maybe it's a disappointing path, but the trail is there. This reminds me of the Six of Swords. Our Six of Cups. Our Seven. The Eight. The Great Cauldron. And our 10. The Maiden, beautiful Maiden. Very gentle looking Knight. The Grail Queen and the Grail King. Now this brings in some of the wildwood, probably the most in that card. And then we're on to normally the pentacles or the coins. This is the Stone Hallow. Our Two of Stones. I have seen this on the hillsides. It is quite spectacular. Our Five of Stones. That's a great one. I like the fact that this has a bit of a bridge or a pathway so that we're not hemmed in so much. The Eight of Stones. This takes me over to the wildwood a little bit. There's our 9. 10. The Maiden. There's quite a story in the book about that. The Knight. The Queen. And the King. So that takes us through the Arthurian Tarot with Caitlin and John Matthews. And if you have a different deck that you can suggest, but I think that the winner for me right now is the Wildwood. And if I put the Ace of Swords there, that would be this one. So I appreciate the fact that someone cut this deck down for me and made it more approachable and beautiful. And I look forward to using these two decks together. Have a great day, everyone.